Binyamin and Yirmiyahu's ice cream. Why does anybody care? Why do we care so much? Besides that we care about ice cream, I have a question. I noticed that these guys came out and they said, hey everyone, we're not going to sell ice cream in the occupied Palestinian territories. Okay. Everybody got upset. Everybody got up in arms. Ice cream this and ice cream that. Haagen-Dazs this and dairy this and jokes and all these kind of things and cute comments and cute whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I didn't hear one person. You know, I was watching a lot of people in the media coming on like I-24 News and all these kind of things, talking about how this is abhorrent, how this is BDS, and how we have to fight this, and how there's ways to fight BDS, how this is an example, and this and that and the other, and on and on and on and on and on. And I never heard even one person, even one of those people, talking about or using the terminology Judea and Samaria. Not one person. They're talking about how this is anti-Semitism, how this is BDS. You know, they're keeping it like, I don't know why they do this. Maybe I do know why. They're keeping this in the international arena. And they're not, it's almost as if they're ashamed. And I'll tell you, my friends, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he told me, he goes, I love the settlers. And we were talking about another topic, but he says, you know, those guys, it seems like they haven't formulated a plan, meaning, yeah, we've made a lot of progress, we've put facts on the ground, we've built a lot of these towns and whatever it is. But what we do is we keep building these hilltop settlements, you know, and the government waits for the people to build them, you know, the houses in their entirety. And what do? The government comes in and they demolish the homes. They send the police or whatever it is, they demolish the homes. And my friend said to me, you know, fool me once, fool me 1,000 times. Like, seriously, fool me 1,000 times? And he says, you know, these people are perennial, the people who live in Judea and Samaria, they are perennial martyrs. You know, it's like the Arabs over here. They have shahid, you know? Instead, what should they be doing? They should be doing what my friend Nir Levy from Har Bracha Winery did. What did he do a few years ago? Granted, it didn't pan out for different reasons. He opened up a wine store, an official Har Bracha Winery wine store in the heart of North Tel Aviv. And I asked him, how's it going? He told me, you know, Tzvi, some people come in, you know, these lefties, some people find out where the wine is from and they walk out, they get upset, they walk out on a huff and puff. And some people find out where the wine is from and, oh, okay, cool, you know, tell me more about Har Bracha. Or they just say, I don't really care, the wine is good, give me some chocolate, give me some cheese. Thank you very much. Okay, have a nice day. Very good. Nice to meet you, nice talking to you, very good. Stop being a settler, stop being a right-wing settler, but I still like your wine. Okay. You made some progress. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, this is like a two-front issue. On the one hand, people are coming to us and they're saying, well, we're not going to have anything to do with you or anything to do with any business or anything to do or put our business in any part of what we call the Palestinian territory. What they're referring to is what they think is the West Bank, what's actually Judea and Samaria. What the Arabs are referring to, you know, like Ayman Odeh, who grabbed some Binyamin and Yirmiyahu ice cream and tweeted about it, what he's referring to is the entirety of the land of Israel. Everything. From Haifa to Tel Aviv, to Akko, to Eilat, to the Negev Desert, this is what they think when they think of occupied Palestinian territory. Okay? And so we have our friends from what's called the Israel Advocacy community and the Hasbara movement. They go in the media and they talk about how this is anti-Semitism, or we're going to fight anti-Semitism and BDS. What they don't do is actually tell our story. What they don't do is say, hey guys, this place is called Judea and Samaria. Jews live in Judea and Samaria. Arabs work in these places, not just in Ben and Jerry's, not just in Rami Levy, not just in Osherad, supermarket. They work in these places. They live in these places. They work with Jews. They live with Jews. Okay, it's not the most perfect, hunky-dory, like paradise coexistence, but it's some sort of semblance of coexistence nonetheless. But my friends, they don't really talk about that. They come on and they cry about how it's anti-Semitism and all this kind of stuff. On the other side, we have the people who actually live there, who basically don't know how to sell themselves. And guys, I'll just tell you, I met some of these people. They're very sweet people. They're very nice people. They invite you for Shabbos. They're very simple. I'm not saying they're stupid. They're not stupid by any means. They're very intelligent people. A lot of intelligent people live in these parts of Israel. But I'm talking about the people that, the people that build homes and hilltops. And they're very wily. They're very crafty. But when it comes to PR, when it comes to showing themselves in the media, when it comes to, if you ask them to come to Tel Aviv and maybe show their face in Tel Aviv and say, hey guys, this is us. It's kind of like what, these women with, who've been doing this whole week with My Orthodox Life, They're coming out in public and saying, hey guys, what Julia Hart is portraying isn't the truth. This is the real us. So, what the people of Judea and Samaria could be doing, especially these hilltop people, is to come out into the media, into real life, take your car, drive out to Tel Aviv. Some of these towns, my friends, are not so far away from there. If you go to like Western Shomron, you can get to Tel Aviv in 20-25 minutes. You're talking about a drive from like Paramus, New Jersey to Fort Lee, to George Washington Bridge, right? Maybe a little longer than that. So like, my friends, we are just not telling our story. The people who are in the media are not telling our story. The people who are living in these places are not telling our story. We're just, one side is sitting around talking about global BDS and institutions and corporations and anti-Semitism. They're worried about corporations. They're worried about anti-Semitism, institutional. The other group is sitting around, and basically they've been the perennial martyrs since the beginning of the settlement movement in 68 or 69 or 70. You can correct me on the date that the settlement, so to speak, Yishuv movement started here in Israel after the 67 war. You can correct me. I'm not clear on my dates. But guys, I'm sitting around, people are talking about ice cream. If you guys ever seen like Allen Iverson, the guy who used to play for the 76ers, he was like a franchise player. So they asked him about, he didn't show up to practice. He wasn't playing hard in practice, and he was, but he gave his life for the team, and he played for 15 years and whatever it is. And he's just sitting there like, I'm supposed to be the franchise player. And we talking about practice. He just kept repeating. He's like, we're talking about practice. I gave my life for the game, and I die for the game, but we're talking about practice. My friends, we're talking about, we gave our life for this, for our homeland, but we're talking about ice cream. We're talking about ice cream. I'm going to repeat again. We're talking about ice cream. You guys are talking about ice cream. It's an international scandal of biblical proportions. Hashem Yishmor Mashiach now. Oh my goodness. We're not going to have any more Binyamin and Yirmiyahu, the two idiots of, Edom, ice cream in the land of the Jews, in Judea and Samaria. Whatever are we going to do? Life as we know it is over. No more Binyamin and Yirmiyahu ice cream, my friends. I'll tell you guys, you don't realize this, but these guys at Tzaddikim, half of their ice cream is vegan, and we have a Shemitah year coming up. You think they did this out of spite? No, 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 no. They did it for their own business. They're keeping Shemitah. That's right. But on a serious note, guys, I mean, if this wasn't an opportunity to tell our story for these Hasbaranics, what I like to call them, to go into the media and say, you know, by the way, this is not OPT, this is not the occupied Palestinian territory. This is Judea and Samaria. But no, there's a guy sitting in a suit. You know, I call him the Likud apparatchik, the typical, you know, he's got that navy blue suit, he's got a blue, slightly lighter shade of blue tie. He doesn't have a kippah, and he's sitting in the media and he's saying, this is outrageous, this is, we have to, you know, boycott Ben and Jerry's, and this is international BDS, and they're doing this in the corporate world, and they're doing this on campuses, and they pressure these guys, and this is Unilever, it's a separate company, and it was outsourced, and we're going to fight this, and the guy, what's his name, Levy, or whatever his name is, the guy who's the franchisee in Israel is going to fight this. Meanwhile, what should be the focus, my friends? The focus is, what is this place called Judea and Samaria, where this stupid company that was actually created by two Jews, Binyamin and Yirmiyahu, don't want to sell ice cream to their own people. We should be talking about, what is this place where the people live? Who are the people that live there? Who are these people? Are they some monolith? Are they an abstraction? You know, most people in Tel Aviv, if you talk to them, they think they're an abstraction. An abstract figment of, you know, the Israeli mainstream media's imagination. Ladies and gentlemen, tremendous opportunity. You know, there was a famous foreign minister, I believe, negotiator, Abba Eban. They named streets after him in this country. And he said about the Palestinians, they never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're better at that than they are. Better. We really never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. Even more so than the Arabs. The Arabs listened to his words, they took a lesson, and now they are not only in the Knesset in a significant number, they are in the coalition of the ruling coalition of the government of Israel. So they took their opportunities. You better believe it, baby. But we are missing the opportunity. And we better wake up. We better start talking about our land. We better start representing ourselves, you know, the people who live in that part of the land. And enough with this ice cream, smoke and mirrors, milk and chocolate, whatever it is, okay? People are upset, you know, now Haagen-Dazs is OUD, it's not Halav Israel, it's Halav Ishmael, okay? No more ice cream, as if we don't have our own, you know, we have some of the best dairy in the world, as if we don't have our own Israeli ice cream. People are upset, up in arms. Hashem should help us. Mashiach should come and save us from the ice cream, you know, our lack of ice cream. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wake up to who we are. Let's tell the world the truth. Let's tell the world our story. Enough is enough. Zeo. Alright guys, catch you on the flip side. Maybe tomorrow I'll talk about something about the Jewish community in America. Ooh, stay tuned.